It is another Monday. You know what that means. It's time for some shop talk.
And we're
Isn't that right,
almost on
Shannon?
time.
What are you talking about? We are on time.
It's 7:02.
It's delayed on over there in California. That's all. So
Alright.
Shannon's on. She hadn't been on in a little while. Glad to have you
sessions.
back.
Well, thank you. Glad to be back, Matt.
Jeez. What'd you say, Shannon? I thought you said something about 2 questions. I was like,
Two
what?
sessions.
2 sessions? Oh, you've missed out on 2 sessions.
Yes.
This is true. Hold on. Let me see.
Are we live? Because I can't. It's not saying it's.
I don't think so. I was having this issue last time, too.
This is why we should get started earlier.
No.
Well, if you think about it,
Disagree.
if we start doing it like at maybe 7:55, maybe then we would actually be on air at 7:10.
This is true. And
I don't know why I'm acting like we're still on air.
We are.
Oh, we are?
There's 2 people.
I can't. It's not showing up on mine.
All right, I'm gonna have to stop this again. Jeez Louise.
It's not saying that you're.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. All right, if you're tuned in, you can hear us. We'll be right back. Something
Oh,
is-
here it is.
What?
The silly picture, and Shannon's back.
Ah, okay, good. I was about to say, what the heck is going on? I don't know. It's saying on the back end, you need to change the video resolution. So I'm gonna have to sort this out over the week. Hadn't had a chance this past week because we've just been slammed. So I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. But as long as people are tuning in and they can hear us, I know there's always been some sort of lag going on with the video. And
I've just gotten used to it.
Sign Commander says it's okay here. Good. What's up, Bad Brad? What's up, Mo? What's good,
Thank
dude?
you, Brad.
Dave Nell.
Dave,
Good,
been a
good
bit.
to hear from you. Elbrick Loopy. Did I say
Sign
that right?
Commanders
Hello?
is in Houston, Texas. We're in Houston.
Yeah. Awesome. One of these days, you're more than welcome to swing by if you want to, but you know how it is with all this COVID stuff going on.
My mask makes me
And-
look like a ninja.
Depending on what side of Houston you're on, you might get here tomorrow. Traffic pending. But thanks for joining us, everybody, and we're just gonna do a little bit of the same old, answer some screen printing questions, kind of
Thanks,
talk
Mo.
about what's been going on around the shop, and yeah, this past week was a pretty tough one.
I'm so tired.
I
I'm in
don't-
physical pain.
I don't think this week's gonna be any better.
No, it's really not. I don't.
Better as in we've been up to our neck in work, and
We're on the east side.
northeast side, but man, it's been it's good. It's a good problem to have. We're just trying to keep up with it all, and well, let's go ahead and switch it over, and we'll talk about it. How does that sound?
Dave says to stop beating the gnome.
To stop beating the gnome?
Yep.
She definitely hasn't been beat, so
I
let's
fell
kick
down
it.
a lot.
If anything, the gnome needs to be beat to be kept in check. Hey everybody, welcome to our little shop talk here. It's your first time tuning in, welcome. Glad to have you. There's the lovely shop gnome over there. She's back in full effect. Man, my hair is just... I hate it when it looks like that. Looks like I purposely said...
You do that.
No.
I don't know if you are actually aware of it. You do this all the time.
I was trying to keep it out of my face.
No, you flatten it against your head.
I'm about to flatten your head with my bum guy if you don't hush.
Dave said to not do that.
Yeah, he said not to beat. Well, that's not beating you. That's flattening you with my bum guy. Yeah, it's been watching this show. What is it? Bleach?
Yeah. I'm rewatching Bleach.
I've never heard the word bumkai.
Bankai! It's not bumkai.
Sounds like bumkai.
It's bankai.
Let's just call it bumkai.
No, that's not what it's called.
With their butt kiss. Anyhow, we hope everything's going good with you guys. Let us know in the chat how business has been. A little bit about what's been going on around here is we're slammed and we need an additional person. More than likely, I mean it's kind of looking that way. It doesn't seem like there's any signs of it slowing down. What do you think?
If anything, it's picking up, and I've got 2 accounts that just are sending millions of things. One of them, though, I actually thought about the one that I know was contacting you today, and part of me would kind of went, if we did lose the account,
we'd probably get some more sleep.
Yeah,
we'd get out of here on time, and so the idea really.
Scoob!
What's up, Scoob? What I'm thinking is, we just paid off a loan, which is awesome. And it would be great if we hired somebody, even though I know that's kind of adding to our overhead and all that. And then when December and all that rolls around, it gets, the holidays, it gets slow. And I just hate, the thought of hiring someone and it being slow. And it's just like, hey, be sure to save your money because in January and February,
everybody gets laid off.
We're not going to need you much. Well, it's not getting laid off. We
you
just
know what I meant.
Cut the hours
God,
back.
I really did pour out half the drink.
But, I mean, all things said, we talked to Mario and let him know that. Which I think Mario will be a perfect fit around here. He
so
knows
that's actually our big news. I think we've kind of settled on offering him something.
Mm-hmm. We've thought about saying, hey, this is what we can pay you. We can do 10 to 6 or 11 to 6, whatever we decide.
Well, why don't we do 11 to 6? Because that's what Michelle's on anyways.
Why don't we do 10 to 6 so he can get his full 9 hours in?
What if we oversleep and get to the office late?
That's why... No. That's why we're going to finish work at an appropriate time at 6 o'clock, leave, get back in the morning at an appropriate time, so that way we can pay the man a full 40 hours for the week.
Well, he gets off at 3 anyways.
No, but that's the thing. Okay, so Mario is working at another place right now. He doesn't really care to be working there. And we're thinking about putting an offer on the table saying, here's what we're going to do, kind of thing. We're going to give you X amount of dollars an hour, 40 hours a week, with the exception of, holidays and when it gets slower in January and February. Because he says he's not happy at the place that he's at, so we shall see.
Okay.
We'll have to talk it over with them. Are you looking at the chat?
I am.
All right, let's go over to the chat and let you read some things off. I'm going to set the chat up. I'm just going to put it on you for now, then I'll add the chat in there.
Why do you have to say that? Now I'm actually, self-conscious.
Well, stop being self-conscious.
Well, I wasn't before you said something.
Well, fine. I just won't let you know from here on
You
out.
never let me know, and I'm cool with it that way.
So how's that chat looking?
Okay,
you want to read some
we've
things
got
off there?
Dave still commenting about flattened gnomes.
Flattened gnome.
Mr. Carlos said something in another language, and I'm not even gonna try.
Ooh, I want to try. Let's see. Where's it at?
Mo wants you to call him when we get off. I did tell him.
Yeah, I'll give you a call, Mo. I had to get me a nap in.
I told him you were with a client because I just trying to be professional.
No, like I don't know. I didn't get enough sleep
You caught
last
me in a
night.
limo.
This past weekend with the kids and trying to essentially working on my car like nonstop to get it back up and running, kind of thing. Ate up quite a bit of time and left for very little sleep. Anyhow,
What sleep? Anyway,
you would
so
know if you go to sleep at a decent time.
hi 8 Ball. Bad Brad wants to know what are good inks for printing multicolors on black shirts.
Any ink, really. I mean, as long as it's an ink that. So I'll say that the inks that we use, for the most part, like the white base that we use is Wilflex Epic Amazing Bright White. One Stroke's a good company too. They're a little bit pricier. Definitely worth the money. Should go and check them out. And if you happen to use some of their ink, let them know that we sent you their way. But aside from that, we just
Sometimes
use
they
house.
give us free stuff.
Yes, we use just house stuff. GSG's kind of house brand. They have Vortex, and then they're also their StarTex, in which my understanding is it tends to be leftover inks from other manufacturers that they mix up and sell it for cheap, I guess. I don't know. That's what I've been told. So, I mean, as long as it's a good quality ink and give, I wouldn't. I'm willing to give just about any ink a try, as long as we don't start having issues down the road where the ink's washing out. We're doing our job and properly curing things, then I mean, should be fine. We I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. So use whatever, really. Give things a try.
Okay, so Sign Commander says it's really slow over there, which is interesting considering that we're like in the same area.
Well, Sign Commander, is all you do the like banners and signs and whatnot, or you do screen printing? Let us know in the chat, because I'm curious. I think for us a lot of it has to do with um a handful of clients, and then a lot of new clients as well, and repeat. I think our customer base is just growing. Really,
it really, really is. But like, I think we're finding like a new niche also because everything's still shut down from our old niches.
right?
All the stuff that we
I
were doing, and that was what we were catering to, were like churches and schools and charities, stuff like that. All of it's done. All of it's gone.
A lot of it's been
Contract.
but not only that, it's been people starting
Clothing
clothing
lines, yeah.
mainly. So I'd say
The
most
world is full of entrepreneurs, apparently.
right. That's mainly what it's been, is people starting
Boutiques.
clothing lines, and then not only that, our contract stuff is mainly work where they already have an established business doing, and theirs are all niches as well. One of them is, as if you follow us on Instagram, and if you're not following us on Instagram, go over and give us a follow, so that way you can kind of see some of the work. I try to post as often as I can, but when we're busy, I might just go in there one day and post some pictures of things that we've done throughout the week.
Oh, sign it.
But a lot of them have been niche specific. So, I mean, if things are kind of slow for you, and there's a specific niche that you kind of want to get into, like, say for instance, the racing shirts that we've been doing. I like cars. I like music too, but it just so happens that people have been finding work that we've done in the past that relate to that. And so, like, say for instance, one of the first videos I put up that happened to do pretty well happens to be the racing shirt that I designed for my brother, and that's got it still gets us work to this day. That same kind of stuff, just dirt track, race car type stuff. So yeah, I'd say build your business around a niche, whatever you're into, skateboarding,
I like
music.
skateboarding. I can't skateboard, but I like the style.
If you're into bleach like Shannon is, you might want
Anime
to.
nerd.
Yeah,
I'm making a rock sculpture.
You might want to build your business around that. If you like rock sculptures, I'm sure. Pet rocks.
You know, I once broke into an abandoned house that like went through a fire and stuff, and they left all their stuff.
What?
And there was a book. There was a book in there about how to take care of a pet rock.
You throw it outside and let
Forget
it get
about
some sunshine and let it drink that rainwater.
I don't
think
know. It was
that's-
actually like 20 pages long.
Somebody had a
It was
lot
a
of
little
time
book,
on
though.
their
It was like
hands.
this big.
I wonder how sales went for that, because that seems like a huge.
Well, it was left in the abandoned house, so
Yeah, that's
that was a
why it
fun. That
left
was
in
a
there.
fun night. It was like 6 of us, and we found a big log, and we wrapped one of my friend's shirts around it, and we coated it in hairspray, and then lit it on fire. We used it as a torch, and then we went upstairs, which was really really dangerous because, well, the house was collapsing. That was a fun day, and then we found a book about pet rocks. Okay,
And Shannon made it out alive.
it's kind of weird, like the situations I get into when I'm so clumsy, and I still manage to survive. Anyways, Darlene, okay, 8 Ball says that they've been steady. Yay, good for you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
I love hearing about all of that, like, just rays of hope and sunshine. Whee! Dave Nail says he has a lot of Z's in there. I think he's implying that he's either bored or sleeping. Darlene Hayward says, come to her. Have you ever done anything like that? Should I go for it or just stick with my online Shopify store? I am not quite sure what that's referencing. I think we left the chat alone for a little too long. And
Let me put
now I
my
don't remember
eyes
what
on
we're
that
talking about.
that comment. Okay. Come to me. Have you ever done anything like that? What's come to me? Let's see if Darlene followed up with that, because I am not sure.
Yeah, Darlene, if you can clarify, because we're really tired, so
Yeah,
our short-term memory is like shot.
Maybe Come to Me is another platform, kind of like Shopify. I've tried Shopify before, but I'm not that big of a fan, because I tried starting. I mean, that's how I got into this business, was starting my own clothing line, which Shopify did fine. I ended up kind of really spending more money on Shopify, but because it's
That's like
40,
the opposite of fine.
Yeah, it's like $40 a month, right? And then if you don't have a huge following, initially you're spending money on ads somewhere to bring people in, and I'd say after about 3 or 4 months, I went back and took a look at sales and noticed that I was spending money, and it's really not where you want to be when you're starting a clothing line. Although mine was very niche specific, but and I was already doing the screen printing full time, but I put some I put a lot of effort into it, researching on how to put together ads that generate leads or sales, and doing all the Facebook pixel stuff towards where you can put those ads in front of people that's checked it out once, and you kind of want to get in front of them by like the third or fourth time. They're like, oh, okay. And part of it too is it was very sports based here in Houston, kind of a thing. Is real, just kind of Houston, Texas based. So I did very niche wise. I think I probably could have broadened it more to Texas in general. But, I at that time, I didn't want to invest in a lot of inventory, and we just needed to make money in order to pay ourselves. So I kind of abandoned that and didn't go any further with it. And the screen printing side, kept growing until we got a shop. So there you have it. That's my experience with it. I kind of stink at the Shopify stuff.
Mo actually had a really good suggestion. I kind of want to take my sister-in-law up on it.
What is it?
Just doing some own designs and prints, and then throwing them at her for her to sell at her flea market kiosk.
Well,
that was Mo's suggestion, or that's what one of the things Mo does, and I thought it was great. And maybe I could actually get some of my stuff sold, and because I'm tired of having these designs and nothing being done about them.
You got a base right here looking at you.
We have not.
We
haven't printed any of them, and we never even fulfilled those promises for rewards and stuff when we did that pop quiz thing.
Pop quiz, asshole. You're right about that. However, we've been busy printing for other people.
We haven't been. Okay, you know what? This was a year ago.
Are you kidding me?
This was a year ago.
Hey, Shannon, did you help source out some boxes so we can get those out?
What are you talking about? We have boxes.
The easy squeegees. Did you? No.
I have the addresses written down. Well, I did have the addresses.
I'm not shipping one easy
I did have
squeegee
the addresses written down. You threw away my paper.
In a 22 by 17
No,
by 16
I had the
box.
addresses. Why would we send it in a box anyways? You just put it in a packing envelope.
No, it won't fit in an envelope.
Well, we've shipped one shirt. Oh, you're talking about the squeegees.
Yeah,
I'm still hung up. I'm still hung up on the shirts. Okay,
the shirts are that's a whole nother story. And then shipping for the shirts, just UPS, Express is they went up. It's 8 something, and so we also needed to figure out a better solution for bringing the cost down for shipping shirts, individual shirts. I mean, it'd be nice.
And now we're just in a fight with UPS.
It'd be nice to be able to ship them out for $3 or $4 without it taking forever. So if y'all have a solution to that, let me know. So that way we can, aside from using Shopify or something like that, what do y'all do? Let me know. Let us know. We're curious, because I would love to produce some shirts and do tutorials around them. It's something I've been wanting to do. When I can, find some free time in between filling all these orders. I think maybe one of the things too about getting Mario in here is it would allow more time for me to do videos, which I haven't had a whole lot of time to do, because by the end of the day, after cranking out 3 or 4 orders and being out in the hot Houston heat, I'm ready to eat and relax, bathe, all that stuff, and get some rest and do it all over again. But beforehand, it was, we do our office stuff Monday through Tuesday, and then Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, we would do all of our printing, get stuff out. So on those Mondays, Tuesdays, it would allow me time to actually edit some video, because it takes me about 3 to 4 hours just to edit a video, get everything together, think of all the titles, upload things, and all that stuff. That's the sigh of so much to do and so little time. Anyhow, let's go back over to the chat there, Shannon.
Okay.
And stop playing with your fingers over there. What are you doing?
I was there was some weird thing in the
in your
tip
vape?
of the vape. Yeah.
It's probably dog hair.
I'm not gonna think too hard about it. Okay.
It's Shoplint.
Hi, Cheryl.
What's up, Cheryl?
She's also said Dave said something about stickers. I don't know where it came in. But
Speaking of,
signage though, he does just signage and it's all bars and restaurants, so that's why it's slow.
hey, I got a question for you. Did we the couple stickers that we're doing for the church? Did we put that order in yet? We need to do that.
No, she hasn't paid.
Oh, she hasn't paid. I thought she did pay. And it was like, hey, we need to upload the artwork kind of thing.
Oh, well, if she paid, then
I
you
don't
and you
know.
said no. You said you were going to do the artwork, so I kind of like just left it at it.
Right. I just need you to place the order on 4 over.
Oh, I thought you were going to. I thought you were just handling it. I'll do that tomorrow then. That's fine.
No, it's cool. I just need to. I'm gonna get on Printavo and catch up and make sure that everything's hunky dory. That it's not a train wreck.
You guys, the phone won't stop ringing, so every single task that I have is always half finished because the phone won't stop. Or then all of a sudden I'll be doing something and he comes in and he's just like, hey, stop what you're doing. And then I'm like, okay, I'll do what you're asking for. And then I'm like, I forgot what I was doing.
When did I do that?
You do
Today.
that all the time.
I didn't bug you today.
I wasn't saying it's every day. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Most of the time it's the phone calls.
somebody's got to make sure you're.
I think
on
I need
top
a
of things.
I need a receptionist. I need someone that takes the phone calls.
No, you need to take the phone calls.
If I take, I am taking the phone.
Mario can do the printing, and I'll manage the thing with the shop software and all that.
Yeah,
and
but the
make
way
sure
that you do quotes drives me insane.
the way you do quotes drives me insane.
At least I remember to add, like, you know,
Because
the
people are like-
additional fees.
People are like, "Can I keep the screens?" I'm like, "No, just don't put it as a screen fee on there. Put it as a setup fee, so that way they can't be like, oh, what do I get?"
You
for
put it as a
screens?"
screen fee.
I've been putting it as a setup fee.
No, you haven't.
Well, with our contract clients, they know what a screen fee is, and they're not wanting to keep them.
Anyways, I'm gonna read the chat now.
All right, go for it. Do it
Okay,
to it.
Cheryl says the first video of yours was the racing shirt for Josh, and she was like she has a long way to go.
That was probably after a year and a half of printing. I just watched a lot of videos and just dived in there and did it.
Okay, Kevin wants to know, can we talk about edge-to-edge printing?
Sure, we can talk about edge-to-edge printing. As far as we talking about garments, or we talking about paper stock? What are we talking about here?
All right, well
let us know in the chat whichever way it is, and we can talk about it. That's cool.
Sergio just bought a used belt dryer, waiting to use it because it's slow for him right now. Sorry to hear that.
Well, that's awesome that you got that conveyor dryer. It's always exciting getting a new piece of equipment. And things will, if you're slow right now, it would be, it's a good time to put in some efforts in marketing, whether it be, your social media stuff, your Facebook, Instagram. Even if you have some supplies and maybe a handful of shirts laying around, it'd be a good time to get your skills up to snuff. Maybe try some new things. I'd say, man, toss up some videos, toss up some pictures, do whatever you can to try and get in front of people. Really.
All right, Tommy.
What's up, Tommy?
Oh, and tell your wife, Tommy, thank you very much for willing to blacklist Matt until I came back. Okay, Arif says hi from Pakistan. Yo!
What's up? Howdy from Texas.
Darlene says she was saying she was offered a spot at a boutique for a monthly fee that is a good start. All sales are mine. They just get the monthly fee. Well, that sounds like a nice setup.
Yeah, that's not...
That sounds like a really nice setup.
I'd like it if they have a good amount of foot traffic.
Well,
I
how
think
much is
that'd
the
be
fee, though?
Awesome. Yeah, well, You don't have to let us know, but
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
I just mean like, depending on what the fee is.
or if you'd like to let us know, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, but I think if the price is right, then that's a really convenient deal. Okay, so bye, Dave.
See you later, Dave. Dave's taking off.
Yeah, I gotta jump.
Gotta jump.
Yep, hop.
Hop on a skip.
ED6 Gray Fox has a question. He recently quit his screen printing job he was in charge of. He was in charge of the department, but he was still getting paid. Ooh, minimum wage after 6 years. Jeez.
Wait.
And now he regrets it. So what should he do? Get back in. Ask for more money. Start your own business.
That's a good question.
He regrets leaving. He misses the business. So my suggestion would be get back in and just ask for more money. Don't settle.
Well, if you
6 years minimum wage.
Did you leave on good terms? That's definitely something I'd like to know. I mean, if you left on bad terms, and let's say you just quit, if you put in like a 2 weeks notice, and every situation is going to be a little different. It might be like a company like us, like we're pretty easygoing. So, like, say for instance, Shannon, if Oscar, what's his name, Oscar?
I wouldn't take Oscar back.
What's his name?
I think it was Oscar.
See, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Even if we hire.
He had no passion for it.
Mario, and Mario's like, I need help, someone to help me doing screens, and I don't have time for it. Then, if he came, I'd be like, yeah, get in there, and you probably got yourself a helper for 2 to 3 months until he gets some money, and then he's going to disappear. That's the thing is just
everybody ghosts.
Finding good help, someone that wants to stick around, someone that kind of sees the vision. They're not just here for a paycheck. They enjoy being working with us, kind of thing, and it benefits us all, and perhaps maybe as a shop owner is making it appealing for them to be at the shop and have room for growth.
What are you talking about making it appealing? I'm a blast to be around.
That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, obviously they're helping build up a company that's not theirs, but some sort of incentive, whether it's profit sharing kind of thing.
Michelle from the get-go knew that we're like kind of like grooming her to become the art director at some point.
Right.
Like she's going to be in charge of it at some point.
I've been thinking about it, and it being somewhat of a profit sharing situation now that this loan thing is over with, and rather than money going towards a loan.
All right. Well, that's the first I've heard of that.
Well, I need to talk to a financial advisor and see what they think, because I would like. I've seen. I forget what it's called. Was it pricing for profit?
Yes.
Was it? No. I mean.
Well, I don't know. You just said a buzzword that I knew, or a buzz term.
Well, you're always pricing for profit, but you guys probably know and have heard it over and over. I think it's pricing for profit. But anyways, the concept is taking 10% of all the sales, sweeping that into an account where it's not touched. You got your taxes that go into an account. You have different accounts for the different parts of your business. Your profit in, your tax in, and then paying yourself, and then the other part goes to the money to operate your business off of. And what this guy was saying essentially is you pay, you do the profit. It's profit first. That's what it's called. Just give me a second, Shannon. Profit
okay,
first.
My hand was getting numb.
Look into it. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna try it in baby steps. And the concept is taking 10% of your sales, putting that into account, not touching it aside from quarterly. You cash that. You take 50% of that out after you make sure that you're actually making that 10% profit. You cash that half of that out, and as a business owner, you take that 50% of that 10% that you put away, and you treat yourself to something for being a business owner. So as each quarter goes by, you keep putting 10% in there, taking 50% out, and it's a way to treat yourself, and to do whatever really, and you're still putting profit away into an account, which, let's say 10, 15 years down the road, you want to sell your business, your evaluation of your company is going to be higher because you actually have a profitable business, and you're obviously paying yourself a salary, whatever percentage you figure out. And then the other part, you make the business work off of that other 55, whatever percentage you factor in there. And you make it work even if money's tight and you don't touch any of that other stuff. What do you got to say, Shannon?
I will say this right now. That was the hardest in my life to not interrupt.
Why?
Because I suggested that a couple years ago, like something along the same guidelines. I suggested that, but then suddenly, like, you're reading about it, you're like, oh, it's a legit idea. Because I've actually said maybe we should take out some of the profits and put it away so that we can actually like use it for, like, you know, when things are slow, or if we want to actually have a vacation or something like that. Like, actually take it. I suggested something around the same guidelines several years ago. Okay, and second off, I'm not gonna go on to all of it, but I'm asking one question, and then I want to drop it because I'm tired and I have a headache.
Says the person that, like, every 3 months wants to go on vacation. Okay.
I start talking about it. I only want to go on one vacation a year.
When 20% of all of our...
said! Like,
will you stop for a second?
No, I have a headache. I don't want to talk about it.
It's hard to do that when you take out a loan that's taking out 20% of everything. You can't put money aside like we are paying
instead
bills.
Of, like, you know, like citing the person that you're citing, you could just be like, Shannon had that idea because I did suggest it several years ago.
I didn't just read this yesterday, Shannon. This is something that has years ago,
probably around the same time,
in which we still had a loan, so the money wasn't even there.
Anyways, my head hurts. I don't want to. We'll talk about it later.
If we were swimming in that much cash, we'd have a lot more bills paid off.
Can you make my head, like, not hurt more now, please?
Sure.
I'm going to read the chat now.
Okay, go over and read the chat. Read away. God, you're so loud. I'm going to get you... You know what I'm spending some profit on is getting headphones so you can hear how loud you are.
You read the stupid chat.
You and your shout.
You read the stupid chat.
I'm gonna boycott Tommy's wife. Was it Tommy's wife that said she wasn't gonna come on?
Yeah.
For Shannon blowing up my ears. That makes no sense whatsoever. But hey, she's back. You might want to turn your speakers down a little bit, though. Ooh, a super chat. Somebody sent over a super chat. Thank you, Sign Commanders. We appreciate the super chat. Shannon, come on now. Get on the chat.
I thought I was too loud. Okay.
All right, I'm about to kick you off the show, and we're gonna have 2 more weeks of no Shannon.
Anyways, okay. God, I'm still at the squeegee part. Side committed $4. 4 is Matt's favorite number, actually. Thank you.
It is.
Bad Brad got the is asking him if Bagware has the auto up. Darlene says $200 a month for her fee.
That's not bad.
They're sending Bagware says they're sending out a brand new 6.8 Rock auto. Nice.
They're sending out a new one? What?
Well, that's what it says. Darlene, the boutique is near the High Point Furniture Market Strip in Greensboro. Cool. That's really cool. I'm excited for you. I say go for it.
Hey, Karen, by the way.
Hi, Karen. Bad Brad says that he's waiting on the video to see the new auto for from Rock.
Yeah.
Gray Fox says he's young. He started when he was 18, quit at 24, saw the owners, his family, but all the work was under the table and shady work.
Like for the mafia?
Like, did you have to go in like back alleys, wear a trench coat?
I'm guessing, in all seriousness, it's probably perhaps like copywritten work, like stuff they shouldn't be doing. I don't know. You don't have to let us know specifically, so it doesn't go to you. We can get kind of an idea what shady work is.
I still imagine it in a trench coat. Our Amato uses a site called Pirate Ship, and it's great, cheap, and fast way to print USPS priority mail labels. Cool. All right.
What's it called again?
Pirate Ship.
Pirate Ship. Oh, cool. It's got a cool name too.
I feel like I'm getting like so much imagery here. Like now suddenly I'm picturing an eye patch and a parrot.
And I take it it's spelled just like it sounds like.
Hmm?
Okay. I don't know.
Yes!
Sometimes they have a Y in there. Who knows?
Bagware actually uses it too. Karen.
Oh, nice.
She loves it. Kevin says retained earnings, cash heavy business, helps grow liquidity with investors love, pay dividends. Karen said that the other press was damaged.
Dang.
Kind of like what happened to ours, I bet.
So, Karen, speaking of, I got a couple questions for you as far as the new press goes. Sorry, I'm not like up to date on what's going on because I haven't had a whole lot of time to get on social media. The press that you won, wasn't it a 4-color press? And then my other question is, so they're sending you a new press, 6/8, and I imagine this is still no additional cost to you. I hope not. And I think that's very cool of them. Sorry it's taken so long, because I know it's been since January. And people might have wondered, like, when we were waiting on our press, like, what takes so long? Not that ours was damaged or anything. It's quite the process, isn't
You
it,
look blue.
Karen? I know. Here, let me fix that. See? There we go. It probably looks better. But yeah, I mean, getting an automatic press into the shop isn't just like when you get a new piece of manual equipment or an exposure unit or something like that, where you just set it up and you're like, okay, it's good to go.
What is the dog eating?
He's licking his paws.
Oh, okay.
With the P. Okay, so let's see. I saw a Arif Akbar. Will YouTube channel help grow business? Yes, definitely.
Oh, sorry. I skipped that one accidentally.
If you post consistently, and you kind of really have to think about, like, occasionally I think about videos that are going to be viral videos that aren't something, and there's channels that are solely based around doing that. And I know, even like, for example, that Cam over at the Print Life has switched fully over to those type of viral postings, towards where you can grow your audience to a larger extent, versus this is how, like, you're not going to get a viral video on squeegee durometers and mesh counts and all that. It's how entrepreneurs such as ourselves can make money, and easy ways to do that at an affordable cost. And also, it's got to be entertaining as well. So search engine optimization is a huge one when it comes to that as well. So yeah, I mean, there's many methods. Perhaps that could be a video to put up. So we'll see. I don't know. There's a million videos I want to work on, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on them. So I'd say Mario, as long as he says yes, he's got the job
I think he'll say yes. I do.
Wouldn't you say so, Shannon?
Yeah, and I think he'll say yes. I think he enjoys it a lot more over here.
I think so too.
And he's not happy where he works.
I'd rather have him come in and help keep us on top of things, because I know when I talked to a member of SCORE, that was his main suggestion, was a production manager, and I think Mario would be the perfect fit because he's got experience.
I was actually really impressed with him when he was helping on my end. Like Michelle, Michelle's an artist, and so she doesn't really know about the ins and outs of what you need to be doing, like when you're out there.
She picks things up quick, though.
Yes, she does, but at the same time, I'm like, you're in my way. Like, one of us can be here, right? But Mario, like, we just, like, immediately, he was just moving with my flow, and we were just, like, doing circles around each other, just handing things off, and he was sorting things, folding them, packing them, and he was, like, all of a sudden, he would just hand me a shirt. I was like, I need this, and he's just doing it, and all of a sudden, he's, like, pointing out blowouts, and I'm just like, this is good. This is very good.
He's been in the industry longer than I have, so he's got some really good experience. The difference between him and I is really just my knowledge on getting the type of prints that we do, and so he was asking a lot of questions, and he's asking questions to the point towards where he's like, "Sorry, man, I hope I'm not bugging you," kind of thing.
Because and he takes me to the store.
He was saying, he was asking questions like specifically about the prints that we're doing. Hey, what is this print for? What are they doing with it? I'm like, I don't know, to be honest. I think it's a clothing line.
We've actually been slammed to the point that we've stopped asking for details. We're just like, okay, this is what you want, got it.
I don't know. It's a
all right, we have a lot of comments still that I have to get through, but
go ahead.
I think it's first off, hi Sin. Kevin, I think is is it Kevin? I think
Kevin Oliveira. I think I said that right. Can you recommend a supply checklist for a brand new business?
No. It is Kevin, but I think he's panicking because he's like saying please now. Guys, please, I meant t-shirts for the edge-to-edge printing. He really wants us to talk about that. And after that, I'll get to everybody else.
I'd say with screen printing, you're going to be somewhat limited on... it's essentially a oversized print. I'm trying to think of the exact term, but it's not coming to me. You're going to have a screen that's larger than your t-shirt. You're going to need a way to coat that. You're going to need... most shops, I would say, probably do one color when it comes to that, unless you have some equipment that is able to accommodate for those larger screens, and then you can do it. But also you run into issues where you have your seams and you're going to have inconsistent kind of build up there, or where it won't necessarily go onto the seam, whether it's the peak of it or the crevice of that seam. I to be honest, I'd look into sublimation when it comes to that. I know it's not the same thing, but if you're hard set on screen printing, you just might have to either find a company that will make a press like that for you. Chances are, I know they have automatics for it. Manuals, I don't see a whole lot on the market, but that's not to say that you couldn't reach out to someone like Anatol, for instance. Let them know Mikey Design sent you if you do, and see if they could make up a custom press for you. Aside from that, I mean, I think most people use the kind of old school method with they're almost like door hinges, but they're meant for screen printing, and you drill those straight into a countertop and you have your big old squeegee. And I personally have not done this myself, but I mean
We've done
that's how it
side
works.
prints, but you have to be aware of seams.
I can the only like super specialized printing that I have experience in is screen printing on latex balloons, which is also an automated
It
machine.
smells so bad.
Well, that's the production part of actually making the latex balloons that I showed you, Shannon.
I almost threw up.
Which I'd like to go and tour Gala again. That's where I used to work before I started my own company and make a video of how that's done, because it's definitely interesting. Although these things have changed these days with printed balloons, because they've put in a lot more regulations. You know, you can't do those balloon releases without, you know, the government or your local authorities getting onto you about it. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry,
it's not
like
weird, but
when you start getting
obviously,
like quieter and
no,
pauses,
I was just thinking about how the company Gala Industries I started working for when I got out of college, it was a big booming company, and they mainly did latex balloons and kites. And the owner that had passed away maybe a year or two before that, when he started it, kites was a big thing.
It's really fun. We go to the beach and you can still see Matt's designs like flying around.
Yeah, it is. And they, when games became popular, like video games, then there was a huge decline. Kids were getting outside less. And then they're like, oh, we need to add something to kind of supplement for the loss. And that was balloons and printing on balloons. And then with latex balloons, that is kind of going down because of regulations that they're starting to put on balloons. And it's making it more difficult for them to A, sell them, and then B, the cost of latex. I mean, they would pay like $100,000.
My neck hurts. I'm sorry. No, okay. I'm not like to think my neck just hurts.
What's Tommy's wife's name?
Jennifer.
Shannon over there like
Jennifer Woods. I know that's her handle on YouTube.
Anyways, I'm just giving Shannon a hard time.
Yeah, Boba said that
bored.
Boba. Well, you're talking about balloons.
That's what we do on here. We talk about stuff.
Anyways, Boba was referencing earlier for when, like, you and I were like going back and forth, and he's like, "Well, this is awkward," and actually, no, it's really not. That's just kind of how we play around. So no worries there. Okay, so now that we've gotten onto that, I'm gonna just start reading through this because I am literally halfway. Can I help you?
Oh, nothing. I was just doing my Shannon impersonation while I was being bored by what you're talking about. Go ahead. It's not a good feeling, is it?
I can't even be mad.
That's what you do.
I didn't do that.
That's what I'm gonna do.
My neck hurt. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. I guess I'll run the show. Fine. Okay. Please stop quiet.
No, you're not.
Kevin!
Wait, I gotta wait for the perfect opportunity. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead and read the chat.
I'll
stop messing with you.
If you messing with me is being disrespectful to the people that have actually taken the time to comment and ask questions. It's not a reflection of, you messing with me. It's a reflection of you ignoring them. I just want to point that out.
Go ahead.
I'm trying!
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, now I'm frustrated. I don't know where I was. Oh, you're such a pain in the ass. Hi, Juan. Hi, Mr. Maxwell. Shady, Gray Fox is giving more detail into, Kevin! I hate you so much. Okay. into the. I'm so. You know what? You read. I can't even. I hate you so much.
All right, I'll stop messing with you now. Just trying to make a
point.
A moot point. It's really not moot, but let's go ahead. I'll stop messing with you. I felt good to get that off my chest.
Can you read? I'm so flummoxed right now.
Oh, you're flummoxed? Oh, excuse me. You might want to
We're
tap
at
into
Gray Fox.
You might want to tap into your bum kai while you're flummoxed over there. Let me help you
You're
out
just
here.
saying words. You're just saying words. You don't know what either of those words mean.
When in Rome.
That doesn't apply.
Yeah, it does.
It really does not.
Hey, you just need to summon your bum kai
Bankai!
while you're flummoxed and just get after it. Put your head down and
I'm not
get
gonna
after
argue.
it. Jenna.
Will you please read the comments? Like, I'm so discombobulated.
All right.
Gray Fox.
Okay, Gray Fox. Roofy Music checking in. What's up, Roofy? Kevin says, sorry, I'm such a... See, I'm like reading it from... what's up, Liberty? Good to have you here. Suga Slim. Love the hair, Shannon. Says Suga.
Thank you.
Dirty word. Let's see. Matt, yes, it was a 4.8, but they upgraded because of all of the drama. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Getting the upgrade because of every... Of course, they don't want any kind of bad stink on their name either. So, Russell Maxwell or Russell Ruel. Ruel.
That's why I said
Ruel?
Mr. Maxwell.
What's up, Maxwell? GMB, Google My Business. It's a great marketing tool. Tom L says, Juan, hey everyone, can someone help me resetting my Epson 1430 ink collection? I have the Epson tool, but I'm having connection issues. Please help. My production is stalled. I imagine if you're, depending on your computer, I'd go back and reinstall the drivers, get rid of your printer entirely, just delete the print key and all that stuff. Sometimes you might have to upgrade your, like we had a issue connecting to the Office printer, and I upgraded Shannon's software on her computer. That fixed it.
I had a 3-hour excuse not to work. It was awesome.
So you're telling me there's something you could have done with that 3 hours time that could have been productive?
I was actually I knew Gordon was waiting on me for some stuff. I was like, can't do anything.
Anyways,
I couldn't.
This is why the shop gnome gets paid in booze. That's what I would do is get rid of the print keys, the drivers, all that. If that's still not working after you added, try upgrading your system. See if that helps fix any bugs. If not, I'd reinstall the system entirely if it's stalling production that much.
We have a couple of really good questions here.
I'm getting to them. I'm glad to hear you slam, Mikey. Times were rough there for a while. Keep it up. I agree. Although I was kind of enjoying the downtime. Do you all do product reviews? My first batch of polyester tees are in. I'd love to know how they take to screen printing. We do the occasional product reviews. Hopefully with a new hire to help catch up, that will give me some more time to do some more of that kind of stuff, because that would be great.
And just so you know, polyester shirts, they're fine for screen printing. Just use the correct ink for it, and just be aware that they're going to be more expensive. And also, you might look like you're from the 80s because they're kind of shiny.
P. Banna, sorry that I skipped over your question. Is this business sustainable? Should I start now? Yes, And yes, uh, better sooner than later, so that way you can start building up your reputation, getting portfolio pieces out there, getting all your social media set up. It is sustainable, but do not be fooled in thinking that it's a easy business to get into and that it's not going to be hard work. It is a lot of mentally and physically hard work, I'd say. But once you're kind of
Emotionally too.
rocking and rolling, it's definitely a great business to get into if you enjoy working with art and actually having a finished piece go out the door and seeing the smiles on people's faces, the feedback. So it's pretty cool. Are you going to make millions of dollars? Probably not, unless you have a shop that's running 10 to 12 different presses. And okay, I'm not going to. You can make a good living. You just you have to scale your business really to the point where the amount of profit coming in yearly is going to make you happy. And if you're happy like we are, making a living and material things aren't necessarily everything that's important, then
I'm surrounded by what I love. That's
we live a
better
happy
than
life,
any kind of
so
payment.
Let's see what else. I'll make sure I'm not skipping.
You did skip
over.
several.
Sorry, I'm such a noob. Is this business sustainable? Was that up before? I mean, I'm seeing Karen stuff, shady work. I'm seeing that.
Actually, we got a Francisco question.
Okay, well, I'm working my way down. Okay? So
that was towards the bottom. I mean, the one you just answered was towards the bottom. Francisco and Gray Fox was saying that is shady, as in like they needed like mediation so they didn't lose business. They had to hide clients because they hated each other. That's just common sense. That's not shady. That would be Matt handling one person out there, me handling somebody else in here, and like we make sure that one of them doesn't leave at the same time as the other, because you know what, we want both of their monies.
P. Banna says, the most shittiest stream I've seen in my life. I have seen people stream a guitar on their Nokia phone. The girl feels like it's done with the mail. Well, thank you. Welcome to our little program. Oh, I'm glad I answered your question.
Not worth the breath it took.
Yeah, so where are we at, Shannon?
I don't know. I'm just mad now.
Don't be mad. I think it's funny. Maybe I need to get a Nokia phone. Let's see. Yes, love that comment from Shannon. Surrounded by what I love. Sometimes I have so much fun I feel like I should be doing real work. But this is. Just love it, says Cheryl Brown. And I agree. I feel like we're surrounded by a lot of positive people.
Not you, Banna.
That's enough, Shannon.
All right.
Anyways, such as you guys, and not only that, our employees. I mean, they genuinely enjoy being here, and so we all have a good time and get work done. Sometimes the whip needs to be cracked and make sure we're not having too good of a time, but yeah, we enjoy it. Devon Cutrail, what is your average sales a month? Cutrail? What did I say, Cutrail? Sorry. Hey, I went to art school, not to be an English major. If you don't mind, my shop is at about $31,000 a month, but down this year a bunch. I can tell you we're not making $31,000 a month in sales. I mean, for us, I'd say a good month is around 20,000, but a slow month is somewhere around 8 to 10,000. If we want to talk numbers, and that's not necessarily. It's not necessarily like contract work. A lot of a lot of that goes towards shirt blanks and all that. So
The profit's gonna be different though. I don't think we're really able to actually give a clear estimate right now because that loan now
mm-hmm.
it's changing everything. Not having
Well,
to deal with that,
yeah,
and everything is changing just with the
we're
business that we're pulling in at the moment.
we're by no means a
We're mom and pop.
the goal at the end of this year is 250,000 in sales, which will be better than the previous year, and then next year perhaps it'll be 500,000, and so on and so forth. I'd
Well,
like it to get to about $2 million worth of sales a year, and I think that would be as far as I want it to get, because at that point it's sizable enough that it's I don't know. Well, I mean, it's already, and I think a lot of it has to do with the help. Is why, like for me, I didn't go to the school to manage a business, and that's the hardest part to me is just managing the business. Period. Making sure that we're getting things out on time and everybody's happy. We're doing good quality work. Making sure that um, we're paying all of our taxes and all that stuff. And I think this year is going to be a good year to really kind of get those things in order that much more so that way we can keep just getting things out. And I'd say that the what's going to help your business grow is just making sure that you're getting things out on time. The word, like if for every client that we've lost, if we still had those clients, and I'd say we'd probably be closer to the 500,000 mark. And granted, you're going to get clients, and then clients are going to kind of disappear because
and they'll
of
cheat on you.
that too. But as far as just kind of growing pains and learning, I mean, there's been clients that we've had for years where all it takes is one mess up where they're just like, okay, I'm going somewhere else.
But speaking of though, if the client is actually something I've learned, if the client is open enough that he's like, yeah, I'm shopping around, a really good way to like keep it from getting awkward and tense and stuff is you just make the joke about, oh, you're cheating on me already, and it makes them laugh and it just diffuses like any of the tension. So that's one of the tricks that I use for like if they say that they're shopping around.
That's true.
Yeah, just be like, all right, cool, you're shopping. These are our prices. Don't cheat on me. Okay, so
let me sign Commander Select.
I love you, Juan.
So let me ask, what's the profit margin? Signs are high. I imagine. I don't know what the profit margins are sign wise. I know like the profit margins for screen printing shirts, like on the contract side. I mean, obviously you're paying for electricity and all that. Ink is probably a couple 2 or 3 cents per color. The margins aren't that high with screen printing. I think as long as you're making enough, and when I say this hourly, probably might have to revisit the subject, but our automatic press isn't running all the time, right? And I do know we need to make X amount of dollars per hour to take care of everything, and so there's like a kind of base it on our efficiency, which let's say the press is running 25% of the time.
It makes the lights flicker.
if we need to make X amount of dollars a month, and we're only running the press X amount of hours a month as well, we figure out how many hours the press is running, how much we need to make, and kind of figure out the hourly rate while this press is running, how much we need to be making, and at what speed we need to keep up with that's not killing everybody. So as far as the number end of things, it's just it's
you know what you know how I measure the speed? Like,
what's that? By your tiredness?
No, by how angry I'm getting. By like how fast they're coming out. Like if I am actually like seriously angry with you, like by the with the speed they're coming out at, that's when I know it's too fast. And thank you for the name I cannot pronounce for the douche comment. Love you. Shop gnome shout out. Woo, good luck.
That's the rate I want to be running the press at all the time, is the press at which it's crushing Shannon's potential to keep up with it, because if we're constantly running the press at that rate, then she really won't need to be out there. We can have someone else doing that part of it, and she can be in here booking the press up, writing up the invoices, and I just want to be the dude that sits back and makes sure everything's okay. Everybody has what they need. Everybody knows what they need. We got a good system down, and I just get to go and figure out how I'm going to spend that 50% of that 10% profit on whatever I want to do. That's the point I'm trying to get it towards, where I don't necessarily need to be here all the time. I'll be 40 next April, and the goal ideally would be to be at that spot by the time I'm ready to retire. I don't have to really show up, and it's just doing its thing.
My dad's thinking about retiring. Now I have to go back to the doctor.
Not even retirement age. I'd say 10 years down the road, I'd like it to be at that spot. And then maybe...
Does that mean I retire at 43?
No. You're going to work until you're 85.
I don't want to work till I'm 85.
No, of course you would be part of the picture too, so...
Duh. Anyways.
All right, so it is 8:15.
Devin, yes, we do take half down.
Yeah, definitely get the half down signs. On your orders.
Okay, signs are high profit. Sorry guys, I'm gonna just speed read through these.
Shannon, we need to get in the signs.
You're not really motivated by signs.
What we need is to not take out any more loans.
George, sorry to hear that. We to half down, yes we do. And then I phrase it charmingly by saying that I hold the shirts hostage until the other half is paid.
George Lopez Designs, I would say, in order to kind of get the ball rolling, you might have to do things for pretty cheap and at prices most shops won't compete with until you start building up a client base, and this might be a bad way to do it, but that's kind of how I got into it. It's like I had all these specials where it was like, $4 a shirt for one color for 100 of them, and I even had a sale where it was like $1.95 per shirt for 1,000 of them, because I was trying to compete out in the market with a company that had an automatic where they probably were making, I don't know, 35 cents a t-shirt, but they were able to crank those 1,000 shirts out in maybe a couple hours, and they're still just keeping their press turning. And as everybody knows, the one color jobs are the easiest thing to do and all that. So Shannon, is there anything else you want to read off before we get out of here?
Tommy and Sign Commanders are both offering assistance with signs. Tommy, I'll talk to you
Yeah, we'd love
at
that.
some point. And then, Sign Commander, sir, leave your contact. Send us an email, contact information, and stuff like that, and I'll get with you at some point if I could stop running around like a crazy person.
Tommy,
And then and Cheryl says we're silly.
I don't know if you received the file for the banner. If whenever you get a chance, go ahead and I'll what I'm wanting to do is a video of putting that above the business, and then I'm also thinking up another design for the other side, in which I'll pay you for it. To have a sample on hand would be great, because I mean we've been using.
He said no.
No, what?
He didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't get it?
Mm.
Okay, I'll resend it. But just having a sample on hand would be great, so that way we can show our clients, and then rather than us going to the 4-over, we can come to you and say, hey, here's our order, and if you could, we'll pay you for the drop shipping and all that to our clients, as long as it's just blind shipped and all that. That should be fine. Ooh, cool, Matt! I cut out that koozie template today. Cool. That's awesome, man. Let me know how it works out for you, because it's worked well for myself for a long time. So, all right,
guys.
And we like you too much too, Tommy, and Jennifer, and Landon. Is it Landon? Yeah.
Yes, Landon.
Yes, Landon. Hi, Landon.
Love the whole Mel family.
So we're going to wrap it up here. It is 8:18.
If I missed anybody's comments, I'm sorry. Just chalk it up to the fact that I am really tired. 9-year-olds are exhausting.
And it is kind of hard to keep up the comments sometimes. But we appreciate every one of you tuning in. Be sure to tune in next Monday. Hopefully by then I'll have the lag and all that. Hopefully by then I'll have a Nokia phone to make the show a little better. And we appreciate all y'all's support. Be sure to
thank you for the douche comment.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Leave some comments below. Go over and give this video a thumbs up, so that way it'll help support the channel. Get some of these videos up in the rankings. Go watch some of our old videos, thumbs those up, leave comments. All of that does help. And hopefully we'll get everything all situated, get ourselves a new employee in here, so that way I can get back to doing a lot more videos. I want to keep up with Sin, but at this point I can't. And Sin, speaking of, we'll talk here and figure everything out. Until next time, guys, we'll see you Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Give or take 10 minutes.
And we'll hope y'all have a great week, and we'll see you later.
Love you guys, hearts. Stay safe.